Hi, today I'm going to show you how to sew on a button. If you ripped a hole in your shirt or tore a hole in the seam of your skirt, you had to repair it. If you lost a button, hopefully you could keep the button, but you would have to sew it back on. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. There are a couple kinds of buttons. Buttons that have holes, as you can see, and buttons that would have a shank loop on the back. To sew on a button, you need, of course, a button, fabric, thread, needle, and scissors. You'll thread your needle and tie a knot in the far end of your thread. Then you push your needle through the back side to the front side of your material. Put your needle through one of the holes of your button. Then you pick the nearest hole to your first hole, push it back through, all the way through the back to the back of the fabric. That's your first stitch. Then you go back up through the fabric and the button to the first hole again. Pull it tight. Push it down the second hole. You'll do that a few times in the first two holes. Then you'll come back and push the needle up through the fabric and the button through the third hole on the button. Push it back down through the fabric and button on the fourth hole. And repeat just like you did on the first two holes. Coming up through the third hole and back down through the fourth hole. When you've done enough stitches that you think your button is secure, turn your fabric over to the other side. Find where you've made your stitches, put your needle through under them, pull it taut, do that a couple of times, and then trim off your extra thread. There you have your button sewed on. Okay, so today I showed you how to sew on a button. But there's no reason why it can't be fun just the same. In Victorian times, they even made pictures with buttons. So, I had a little extra time and I made a flower with buttons. So use your imagination. What can you make with the shapes of the buttons you have?